The title of this podcast is Badge Access Only, right? So I was talking to my friend Brian Chung, last week, and we have these great conversations because he's doing the practice. He's on this joy and well-being path of leading with open heart and letting go of everything that the mind says so that he can experience more inner peace and joy in his life, which means that he has more of that to contribute to other people. So we're both on the same path. So every conversation we have is about this, and it really helps us deepen our own practice so we can better serve. So we were talking last week, and it's one of those conversations that just kind of feeds on itself in a really, really special and loving way. And so I was sharing with him about a talk that I gave, and he was like, did you talk about the about how you come into Mayo Clinic every day? I was like, man, I always talk about that, man, but I don't have to talk about it. People see it. Every day that I come to Mayo Clinic, I am just like, oh my God, I'm at the show. Like, I'm here at the show. And for those of you who haven't heard it, the way that I describe it is that you are this minor league baseball player, and you have been going from dusty town to dusty town, playing games, trying to get better so that you get noticed by scouts and be called up to the big leagues. So that's how you're living your life, right? And so from dusty town to dusty town, getting on and off the bus blowing exhaust in your face as it drives away. You enter the ballpark, you try to have a good game, you get back on the bus, you're dropped off at a motel, you're sleeping in the room with 6 other athletes. Their socks are hanging up all over the place. I mean, it's like, this is your life right now, right? And so then one day, all that hard work, you get noticed, and there's a phone call, and it's life. In this case, let's say it's Mayo Clinic, but it's really life that's calling you. And it's like, hey, you've been called up. So you show up, right? Now, before this, every little town that you've been going through across the USA, you've been carrying all your bags. You got your bats, your gloves, you got the second bat and glove. You've got all your clothes that can fit into a couple of like totes. And so you carry your bags everywhere. And then you get that call from Mayo Clinic. And when they call you, they're saying, hey, we got a spot for you. So you show up. And as you show up, waiting at the door is the people that you're going to work with. And they stop you. Like, what are you doing? What are you holding there? You're like, I'm holding my bags. It's like, put those down. You're at the show. You don't carry your bags around here. Welcome to the show. And so that's how I feel every day that I come to Mayo Clinic. Matter of fact, every day that I wake up, that's how I feel. It's like, welcome to life. I'm at life. And so when I come to Mayo Clinic, I was telling people that they give you a badge, the badge access to come in. And so every time and you need it for every door except the front door when you come into Mayo Clinic, it's badge access only. So every time my badge works to get me into the door, I'm like, what? Like, this badge works? Are you kidding me? They let me in here again today? Like, this is awesome, right? That's how I feel. And so what I told Brian the other day was, well, guess who sometimes tries to come into the door with me? My ego, my mind that wants to complain, that wants to get caught up in something that's outside of its control, like staffing, or about who I might be working with that day, or something that was said, or what it wants to come in there and make a problem of my experience at the show. But it doesn't have a badge. It can only come in when I let it in. So guess what? It has no badge. So it doesn't come with me to work ever. One day it tried to come in with me, right? I'm like, because at Mayo Clinic, they tell you that is one person to enter at a time, and you have to use your badge. If you see somebody standing out there that doesn't have a badge, well, technically, they need to go get a badge so they can get in. You don't let them in. And so my ego is like, hey, I can't come in with you. I was like, where's your badge? It's like, well, I don't have my badge. Well, guess what? You're not coming. And it's hot out here. Like, it's 115. So maybe you're here when I come back. Maybe you're not. But you can't even get in the car with me, right? So we're only taking joyful people on the ride home. And so I invite you to tell your ego, this is badge access only. You can't come. Whether it's coming to the workplace, whether it's coming home from work, and you get there and you're like, why isn't anybody cleaned up? Why hasn't anyone done the dishes or made dinner? Like, badge access only. It does not get to come into your day or into your life. Badge access only, baby. Only for those with an open heart who are committed to infusing joy and sprinkling kindness all over the place. That's the criteria. So tell yourself, not other people, because that's where you mess up. You think that it's other people. You got no control over them. You think it's situations, no control over that. What it is that roommate that set up shop inside, that voice that never stops talking, that ego. Oh, it's badge access only now. So remember, badge access only to this show.